I'm not messing around with this tier list. I saw this one and it was like a bolt of lightning right into my bloodstream. There's only one tier list that I want to do today. It's Minecraft time, baby. First of all, I want you guys to know that I'm gonna be taking this dead seriously. Iron ore. It's the workhorse of Minecraft. It would be disrespectful and just disgusting to put it in anything under S or A. But is that getting too ahead of myself? It is boring, but do we think that the bed we crawl into is boring? The toilet in which the sink in which we wash our hands, these are things that are so important to our daily life. And I feel like without iron, we'd have deficiencies. I feel like once you hit iron, the entire universe unlocks. I'm thinking we're going to put it in A. But that being said, we can have the potential to move it up. This is not set in stone, pun completely intended. Next up, we have iron block. I feel like, again, backbone, we need it. We get torches. We're spooked that a little skeleton's gonna shoot us in the butt cheeks. So we're like, we gotta get coal fast so that we can light up our lives. But I do believe it's B tier. That's very easy to replicate their usability. It's a finite resource, technically, and it's kind of ugly. No offense, it reminds me of little bug holes in a square. And even saying that out loud made me want to put it down even worse. I kind of want to put it in C. I am creeped and crawled. We have wood. Or I guess that's a log. This is beautiful. This is nature. This is punching. Generally, when you start a new world, you're gonna grab wood. I'm almost thinking S just because of that fact. It's like a friend who's holding your hand through something very intense. And they're like, you can do it. And you're like, thank you, wood. And then everybody's confused as to why you're talking to a tree. That would mean we should put wood in S. Now we have leaves. Just leaves. Beautiful, but inconvenient. We get our iron, we get shears. It doesn't feel to me intuitive, maybe is that the word? I don't know. Never in my life would I think, let me take these shears to a tree and get the leaves off. Spoiler alert, if you haven't played Minecraft, that's how you get leaves. And the other crappy thing about leaves, when you're chopping wood, you miss one of the logs and then you have floating bushes in the sky. That is one of the little bits of my life that make it just a tiny bit more inconvenient. And I see it, I'm like, damn it. And then you gotta get your freaking dirt and you gotta get to the top, break the thing. It's a pain. I think coal is above leaves, but I don't think it's a B tier. So I think that just by series of magic puts it down into D. Sponge. I don't like it. If you showed that to me in a vacuum and said, what is this? And I didn't know anything about Minecraft, I would say cheese. It doesn't seem like a sponge, really. Part of me is like, ooh, should get that little green grass stuff on top. I feel like it's in the same vein as leaves. It's kind of just a throwaway of, wow, a sponge. How wonderful. I would feel very comfortable putting that in D tier. Now we have glass. There are no glass panes. That is a sad time because I love glass planes, and trains. My God, what is happening? I want to put it in B, mostly because there's a gaping hole looking at me and glass is to a gaping hole as a window is to an opportunity. We're gonna put it in B. Now we have lapis. Let me take you on a journey. When I played Minecraft for the longest time, didn't care about lapis. I'm like, get this away from me. What is this freaking raisin coming out at me? I don't care. I don't want this. Throw it away. When I became a Minecraft gamer, that's when I learned to appreciate it. It's when I learned to love. It's when I learned everything has a purpose. I'll do C. We have a full block of lapis. It feels too extreme. It feels like you're showing off. Why would you have this? Okay, sure. You want to build with it. Awesome, great. You need so much to make one block. I think you need 9 of them. And I don't know how many you get when you at the ground. It's definitely not 9 for one. So it's an expensive choice. It doesn't look that great. And it's just goofy. If I saw somebody building with that, I'd say, do you need help? Should we go for coffee and talk? Because that is such a strange thing to do. What I could see is if you're trying to like store a lot of it in a chest, but like the stacks are 64. It just seems like there's no logical reason to have it unless you're trying to flex. So for that reason, I'm out. I'm thinking F. I don't know the names of these speckly blocks. One of them's diorite. Don't know which one. Not a clue. Yeah, I had a gun to my head. Couldn't tell you. Oh, granite. I was gonna say granite. I was super embarrassed that I was gonna be wrong. So that is so validated. Granted, I still don't like it. Out of all the speckly blocks, the second worst. I guess that would make it the second best. Either way, it's mid. When I'm mining and I get blocks of these, I know I'm just gonna throw them in lava. Get this away from me. I hate it. I scoff in its direction. Is this a dispenser? I think. As I'm looking at this, it does look like there's a fun little frog on the side with a little O mouth. It's like a little friend on the other side. Okay, hang on. That might change things. That might change things. I'm worried because if I put it too low, I think I'll get in trouble from my family next time I go to Christmas dinner. It's like, I heard what you did. For sure not get away from me. I think C is good. Okay, good. Sandstone is a weird one. It has trauma because chances are you have dug down and hit the trap in the pyramid thing. And that's the last thing you see all around you. And then you're like, oh, I think this is gonna go in C tier. We have a bed right up there with wood. This is one of the first things you're going for. You're frantically finding so many sheep. You're committing murder probably, because you don't have iron at that point. So this sheep are sacrificing themselves for you to have a comfortable little rest. And it's your respawn point. You see it every morning. It's got to be S tier. It has to be. Anything else would be incorrect. I mean, it does explode under certain circumstances, but same. Freaking cobweb. These little stinkers. What is their purpose beyond being a pain in the ass while you're playing? It's there to make your life harder. That's kind of funny, actually, now that I think about it. It's kind of like a little prankster at school. Hang on, you guys are right. You're saying string source. That is so true. And I do think it's clever that the sword works really well on it. When I found that out, I don't know if somebody told me or like I discovered it like watching a video, but I myself did not. And when I found that out, I'm like, that makes so much sense. It's kind of cool. I've changed the tune of my song very quickly. Miranda B, cobweb equals string equals make whoop. You can make wool blocks out of string? What? Really? Is it like full like square of string? That makes so much, see again, that makes so much sense. We learn new things every single day. I kind of want to put it in B tier. Well, big fan. I love the sound it makes when you put it down. I love that. It's so beautiful. You can make fun rainbows. Here we have diarrhea-ite. Get your little butt over here so we can just deal with you. I hate them. I hate them. It is diorite. Okay, I was right on the diorite. They suck so bad. I want to put it and get it away from me. And this one especially, because sometimes when you're going fast, getting stone, and then you run into this and it kind of looks enough like stone that you're like, oh my God, how fun, more stone. And then it's like, surprise, that made my day 2% worse, which isn't, I mean, in the grand scale of thing, not bad, but not great. What is 2% of your day? What would that be mathematically? Let me Google it. 28.8 minutes. In your day, 28 minutes of your day was worse than they were before. You see the stone once, it adds up. That means it for sure needs to go into get it away from me. You know what I can do in 28 minutes? Look at this. Look at this gaudy block. This right up there with lapis, right up there. But if you're going to make a flex of a block, it has to be gold, because what the hell else are you using gold for? I would feel humbled if I walked past somebody's Minecraft house and they had spent the time to get gold and they had made a house. I think to put it in D isn't bad. Here we have iron block. Now here's the thing. Up until this point, these two did not have a purpose except for maybe storage. This is so important to making new friends. I want to even say B tier. I think so. Bricks. Look at this. This is beautiful. I really, really, really enjoy bricks. I don't know why. It's a great conversation starter. And what better way to use them than to make a little fireplace in your house? Come on. Look me in the eye and tell me you haven't made a brick fireplace in Minecraft. Is brick better than glass? I don't think so. I think it's on the same level as glass. No, I want to put glass in B. I know I said I can't change it. Okay, we're moving up glass. Sorry, Jaden, editing future. Love you again. I think bricks now need to go into B. I think that is really good. TNT, agent of destruction, chaos, stinkers, griefers. Be real with me. Have any of you guys actually used TNT to mine and clear areas? Because I sure as hell haven't. I have used this exclusively to make my friends' lives harder. I've never ever used it for good. I don't think it's bad. I just think it's chaotic. And I really want to put it in B because I want to see it explode. Bookshelf. I use bookshelves so much, it's embarrassing. I love bookshelves. They make me feel, again, they make me feel like I'm young and sprightly once more. Okay, you know what, guys? A. Next up, obsidian. It's a pain in the derriere, but it is very useful for portals into literal hell. I think I want to put it in B tier. Yep, I think that's good. Now we have the torch. You know where this is gonna go. I know where this is gonna go. We don't need to even discuss this. It's an S tier block. We have a spawner. I know people make like mob traps and stuff. I've never, but it is exciting and it's always a little thrilling. And I remember the first time I came across one, I immediately turned around and I was like, holy guacamole. That shit's scary. I respect it. I have a deep respect for it. I think it needs to go into C tier. Chest. Huge, huge. Honestly, S tier. I love to organize stuff in Minecraft. I love it when everything has a place. I will make a chest for every single block. I will do so many unneeded chests. S tier. Diamond ore. I think this is very exciting when you come across one. My butt clenches when I see it. I'm like, whoa. I don't think it's S tier, even though it should be. I think it's A tier. Like these, you open a Minecraft game and somebody's been playing it for 3 hours, you're gonna see all these 3. If somebody's been playing 3 hours, you might not see a diamond yet. So yes, and into A tier. Full diamond block, F tier. Let me explain. If you're making a diamond block, you're either just the worst kind of asshole, or you have so much time. Either way, I'm envious. There's no way somebody's actually using these for builds unless you're in creative mode. No way. And that seems like such a flex, just unneeded. I would roll my eyes. I would be like, oh, we get it. You got diamonds. Such an excess that you're making squares of it. I think F tier. I think it is showy and flashy, and I'm not about that. crafting table. What is Minecraft without the craft? If you do not have these, chances are you're not going to get too far in the game. I mean, you can't beat the dragon. S tier. Especially the crafting table, because it is such a key ingredient for so much more of the game that without it, it wouldn't be Minecraft. It would just be mine. I think it needs to be S tier. The furnace. Very similar. I think that the crafting table is slightly more useful. I think it has to be S tier. I don't know if we need to even explain that. We got a sign. Love signs from the universe that I'm doing a good job. I just like to be praised. I use so many signs when I'm down in the mines. I get so lost. So a sign is huge for my ability to escape. And the other fun thing is you can annoy your friends. You can go up to their house, stick a sign on their door and say butthole lives here. And that just brings a joy that can't be paralleled. I think it needs to be A tier. Now we're gonna have to be a little bit more selective. I have used stairs so much for, stairs, but also for roofing and making fun little chairs, a fence and a pressure plate, make a fun little table. How environmental? Yep, I think S tier. Door, I think it has to be S. The ability to use it for safety is huge. Basically, you put the door on as a final finishing on your base, and without it, you're vulnerable. It needs to go into S tier. Contrary to my belief earlier, this is a ladder and not a... I can't think of the word. I want to say A tier. That's just where it feels right. Train tracks, railroads, whatever. This is very biased because of how I personally play. I think C tier. Okay, pressure plate. I think this is a B tier. I don't want to open the door, and the less I have to work in my life, the better. So that is going to go into B tier. Cobblestone. I think S tier. You need it for any tools, really. I mean, you could use wood, but who would use wood? And if you get a lot of cobblestone, you melt it into stone and you give it back to the villagers, and they love it. They're like, whoa, you're so cool. And I'm like, thank you. This is for your gift. And then they give me money, so I guess it's not a gift. That's the opposite of gift. It is a purchase. See, I want to put redstone in F tier, but I feel like it's goofy to put other things above it that need it. There's so many times that I see redstone, and very similar to gold, I'm just blowing past it. I don't care. It's kind of fun that it lights up, but other than that, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna say D tier. In a similar vein, a redstone torch. Kind of want to just put it in D tier as well. Snow. It's so cool. Very similar to wool, so crunchy, so satisfying to walk on. You can make golems. I don't know what more to say. It's so beautiful, it's so crisp. I think I'm gonna put it in B tier. Feels good. We're gonna put it into B tier. Ice. This one's hit or miss. It's kind of annoying. It does make a really great sound when it smashes though. Kind of want to put it in C tier because I don't like it as much as snow, but I don't not like it. Is this clay? Yeah, actually I think it might be clay. I'm gonna go that this is clay. If I'm incorrect, send me into outer space. Don't do that. It's so lonely up there. And this is not something I'm gonna use. I think D tier, maybe C tier. Now we have the music box, jukebox. Can't remember what this is called. The music. I think it's a neat concept. It would be one of those things where I was like, oh, how fun. And then probably never think about it again. Whereas these I'm thinking about as I go to sleep. It's 10 p.m. on a Saturday and I'm dreaming about a bookshelf. I just don't get that same energy from the tune box. So I think C. Fence. A, easy. I use fences all the time. I use them a lot for like keeping chickens in one place, making sure they're not clucking off. We need to put it in A tier, just on principle. Pumpkin, what a nice guy. I'd put in B tier. B is the way to go. Cookie cat, I love pumpkins and me, but then they correct it to melons. But I like that self-love. What is this? Netherrack? No, what is this? I hate this stuff. It's very ugly. I guess that's the point. I think D tier. It's not changing my life. I'm not writing poetry after I see it. I am writing an apology letter to my mom when I see this because I'm screaming my head off and she's like, Jane, it's 2 a.m. Why are you here? You haven't lived with me in like 6 years. Whatever this thing is, smiley face sand. I don't like this one. Spooky. And it makes you go slow. And I got places to be. And look, they're trapped. I don't like that. Those are the spirits of all the sheep we killed for the beds. They're screaming out. They're calling us names as we're walking. That's another insult. Not only are they dead, but we're walking on them with boots. No good. That's so disrespectful of us. I think F tier. Not a good time. Wood. Planks. I mean, here's a take. Maybe not a great take. It's a fun rhyme. I don't feel the fire in my pantaloons in the same way that I do for S tier. It just doesn't hit the same. It's like right up there with cobblestone. I think it has to be S tier. It has to be S tier. I don't think we can put it anywhere else. Okay, this has nothing to do with anything, but on this tier list, look at how they line up. All the lines. God, does that make me feel alive? Bricks. I'm tempted to put it in S tier. I know that's kind of a controversial take, but I think that it is what cobblestone wants to be. It's watching it on TV running a marathon and it's like, I could do it. I could do it. I could be that. And you know what? I also feel like it's not the type to be like, you need to change yourself. I feel like it's more of a self-love journey of, you know, I've grown, I've changed, and that's okay. And you don't have to change cobblestone because you're very useful. It's like the big brother of cobblestone. And I really like it. it. Bars, spooky, jail time. Who's going in there? Who's going in Minecraft jail? It's aesthetically nice, but I don't think I'll ever use it. I'm thinking C tier. Okay, enchanting table. Really cool. And I really like how it's slurping up alphagettis from the bookshelf. Okay, yeah, I'll put it in A because it is very, very useful. Now, the cauldron. I never use it for what it's supposed to do, but boy howdy, does it make a good bathroom sink. So I think it needs to go to B. What is this? I hate this block. It looks like it has pores. It's gross and it's, ooh, get this away from me. Now we have emeralds. If I had $1 for every emerald I came across naturally in Minecraft, I'd have maybe $4. I don't really ever see emerald unless it's through villagers, but me, myself, and dare I say I, have never ever really walked into this. I think it's ridiculous. Because of that, I'm gonna say D tier. I just don't think it exists. This one is so annoying. It defies the idea of Minecraft. It's cool that that's the concept, that it is bedrock, it's unbreakable, but everybody can be broken, let me tell you. You know what, guys? I'm putting an F tier. What is this? Ender chest? I've never used this in my life. I know it has its uses, not for me. D tier. Emerald. Get that away from me. We were just talking about how rare it is. And if you rewind in your mind, this conversation of it being an excess of wealth is horrifying, is atrocious. In our conversation of the scarcity of emeralds, to then make a block out of it and stick your nose up and go na poo poo at us because of it is garbage. To get away from me, you go. Beacon. I don't know how to explain this, and it doesn't make any sense. Whatever this blue thing is, I'm giving it human attributes. I'm not sure why, but I feel like he's trapped, and that distresses me. I'm not sure why I think he's trapped in there, but it just feels like I want to let him out. I think that's not important to its situation, but it stresses me out. I think it's gonna go in D tier. Clear head. What is happening? Get this away from me. I didn't even know where I was gonna put this, but the fact that I said get this away from me is so telling. I don't like them. It's cool. It's cool that they're little blocks. It's cool that they're tiny and they're a little fun little junior block. But other than that, ew, it's a little head. It's gonna get head juice all over the place. I don't want that. Anvil. I think I use an anvil more than an enchanting table. I think I want to put it in A tier. I like the sound it makes. Thunk. But it's kind of scaring these two blocks. They're like, whoa, 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 whoa. But then he'll escape, then he'll be free. The prophecy has been fulfilled. This one? Spooky. I like it better than redstone or on the whole thing of like, oh, you have an excess, you're gonna make blocks. This one, I feel like I run into so much redstone that this one doesn't feel like a flash. And I feel like this one's just like, okay, cool. You have so much already. This one can be forgiven. C tier. Yeah, can't take it, can't leave it. Water. I think this has to be A tier. No, B tier. Yeah, B tier. I feel really good about that actually. This one, don't know what it is, don't care. Look at this happy guy. What's this one? Is this the dispenser or is this the observer? What is this? It's a frog. This one's a frog. This is a scared frog. This is a joyous frog. What is this one? The dropper. Oh my God, it's messed up my system. We may not be able to put it in here because it's messing up my system. Let me do a quick adjustment. There we go. Okay, slime. Fun. Wow, I love to bounce. I don't like to get it, but boy, it's a good time. A trampoline on the go. I really do want to put that into B, I think, because of that. But it's thrilling because you jump off, you only put one down because anything more than one, you're a coward. You jump down and then you fly in it, then you become a bird. You take to the sky. So I like that. Is this a coal block? I kind of like it. I think just C though. Can you put this block, okay, Minecrafters, gamers, can you put this in the furnace and does it burn longer? Because if that's the case, that changes everything. But see, I've never used it though. And not that I don't believe you guys, because I trust you with my life. I would step in front of a train. I know you guys would be able to stop it. Okay, lava. Here, I feel like we have the bringer of death, but also the bringer of life because it is a cobblestone generator. I feel like this block needs to be respected. Part of me is like, you would say, get this away from me. But I think if you properly respect lava, it is wonderful. It's very good as a garbage disposal, little bit of light, but you can't, it's like it's wild stallion. You have to tame it carefully. You have to put it in the right enclosure. You have to nurture it. You have to feed it. You have to love it. Sing to it maybe. Because of that, honest to God, not gonna lie, kind of want to put it in B tier. And I get that it's scary, but they say face one fear every day. So I'll just log into Minecraft every day, stand in front of it for 2 minutes and leave, and then my day's great. Then I've succeeded. Then I can tell my therapist, I've done it. Anyways, in B tier, that is where it needs to live. It is neutral. It is neither good nor evil. I feel like it's like a storm. You see a storm coming and you're like, I have to go to safety, but it's so beautiful to watch. So you're in the safety of your home. You're peeking out of your window. The rain is falling down and you're like, gosh, I'm glad I'm not outside. That's what I feel when I see lava. Because I'm like, gosh, I'm glad I'm not inside of that burning to death, but it's beautiful to watch. Sand, sand, sand. This one, gravel energy. This has the capacity to kill. And this one's unassuming. Unlike lava, who you know what you're getting. You know up front that that is a danger. Sand, unassuming. It will mess you up with a smile on its face and continue on its merry way to Wendy's. And I don't trust that. I don't trust it at all. And it's annoying, but I do like that it does glass. And when I see it, I don't feel negative. And I think because of that, we're gonna put it into B tier. The classic dirt block. Would it be a sin to put it in B? Will I get dyed if I do? Here's the thing, it's not dirt, it's grass. And I know that that doesn't really matter, but I do feel like it does. When you close your eyes and think of Minecraft block, I can pretty much guarantee 75% of people are gonna think of dirt. I feel like this is so quintessentially Minecraft. Maybe it does have to be S tier. Grass block to Minecraft is Pikachu to Pokemon. Okay, into S tier goes, yeah, I think it's gonna be S tier. I mean, you guys have it. And stone, honestly, right there with it. If we're putting grass up there, we have to put stone. And this to S tier you go. Taco dog, this is it. No questions to be asked. I think if somebody was to say, this is wrong, I'd be like, okay, I respect your decision as you're a full grown human being with the capacity to have opinions and thoughts, but I disagree. And then punch him in the head.